This is an example in Thailand of quarries. So there's literally no soil. This is kind of hard to see in the slide, but if you start at the upper left, it's just rock, and then they lay in this terraced soil system, and by the time you get to year 3 or 4, you have a self-maintaining productive ecosystem. The same is true in the next one over in the middle. You start with rock, there's no life there, and bring in the soil, and then get out of the way and let it grow. All right, so let's move on to mosaics in a little more of a direct fashion. And we've got 20 minutes here. So mosaics explained, the idea for a mosaic future, I'm just going to draw sort of a mapping of what I think, again, are principles that could apply anywhere. So I'm showing pictures primarily of from the United States and Europe. But this mosaic future, what you see in this slide is the idea of we're reintegrating wilderness and lots of vegetation into the places we live and work. And so we're going to go through some of these ideas quickly. The purpose of the mosaic future for humanity and civilization is to restore functions that are currently missing. We've sort of listed some of those here. I call these mosaics biodiversity resilience buffers. They can be at any size, any scale, and we need to install them from the smallest scale to the largest scale. We need to protect and restore them in that way. A couple of the best reasons are that I think just about everywhere we're having pollinator loss crises, and that, of course, if we lose our pollinators, the food system collapses, and we're not too far from that kind of crisis in the West, and it's already happened in China once, and in certain regions of China. And also what you've seen in Israel, that we can chain together restored ecosystems in Israel through reforestation to link together microclimates and create an overall more fair weather and a more productive place in terms of all the services we need, such as stabilized hydrology, good clean air, food production, and this benefit of, again, reducing emissions, reducing greenhouse gas emissions, absorbing heat. But when it's absorbed through, when emissions are absorbed through vegetation, this is biologically beneficial emissions reduction. Revegetation, we win on multiple scales in multiple directions. It's just as exciting and fascinating as can be. So we want to start with the smallest spaces, and we want to link from your, in again American terms, from your balcony to the Rockies. We want to go with diverse little plants, planting systems outdoors. These can be in any setting, potted plants and so on and so forth. There are so many benefits to just bringing more vegetation in, and obviously this lady is enjoying herself. That's one of the benefits. Here are some photos of a friend of mine's place. I'm in Central Texas now, and she has what I would call a wild yard, and that's her happy dog, Merle. But she's basically allowed the wildflowers there to determine their own future. She does minimal mowings, so she's, as you can see, she's cleared out some of it. She protects the trees, and she's just got this place that is constantly in different colors throughout the year. She's got happy animals. And little serendipities like this is what she sees when she walks out her front door every day, is some peace and beauty around the Buddha. I mean, what a great thing to see every day and be reminded of. Meanwhile, these are biodiversity resilience buffers. These are maintaining biological productivity. We can do this in a more cultivated way as well. That's something the Institute of Ecolonomics excels at, is teaching design. Ecological design, and permaculture is the biggest toolbox there.